joined in. 1 second, please. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. All right. Well, I hope everybody had a great trading day today. So there were actually some nice movers today. There, like stuff was actually moving today, even though the market itself was pretty choppy. So anyway, guys, today we're going to be continuing our conversation here on trading gaps, and today we're going to be talking about the news. So pretty cool stuff. But before we get started, everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. This is only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. We get this here. 1 second. Where's my, there we go. Not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right. Well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look and see where we left off with the market here today. And then we're going to take a look at the futures and see what we're up to or down to here this evening. And then we're going to take a look at the topic, and then we'll go through questions and chart requests. So let's get started. All right, so SPX here up 6 points here today. Monthly chart on the SPX still green, pushing its way up, upper Bollinger Band, all that good stuff. Weekly chart, okay, so this week is basically mostly composed of Monday, right? So the last 2 days, we had a big Monday with a gap. The last 2 days have been really, really narrow range, and today is a narrow range inside day, right? So, oh, we got the wrong handle right there. So narrow range inside day, and it's an inside day. We actually had a narrow range inside day here, and from that compression, right, we got this expansion, right? So now we have this compression. So is it going to expand up or is it going to expand down? We're kind of thinking maybe up because the market just keeps going up, and the futures are up here this evening too, which we'll look at in a second. But also similarly, right, wave 4 could be a triangle. It's kind of triangulating here, right? So so we can kind of see this 1, 2, 3, and we can kind of move this up here for now if we assume this is a wave 4, right? And then we'll just see if we kind of push up here for a wave 5, and then if we start to work our way down, because we definitely had an impulsive wave up here. We definitely enjoyed that zigzag down, and now we're getting like this kind of wave up right here. So this is kind of like a 1, 2, 3 type move. So let's see how far this market's willing to go. But anyway, good stuff. Let's take a look at the futures here and see what we're up to here this evening. So we're down to, but we are up here this evening. Whoa! It looks like we are breaking out that triangle here. Fresh highs here overnight. So look at that. Well, goodness gracious. All right. So things got really tight and choppy right here, and then kapowie for a big move here, up 10 points right now. Just incredible, right? So again, this grind up continues, guys. I mean, the market just at all-time highs because everything is awesome. So so good stuff there. But other than that, guys, let's take a look and see what we can see. So let's go through. I mean, basically, we just have a couple geometric levels right here going into tonight. So I mean, just throw out any bearish thesis, right? So wave 4 is probably done, and then we'll see how this wave 5 goes up here tomorrow. So look for dips to be viable, and we'll, if we continue to hold up here, and then we'll see how long the wave 5 wants to go, and then maybe we'll see a pullback on Friday or something like that. So we'll see how that goes there. So so good stuff. All right, so let's take a look here at the topic here. So this week we've been talking about trading gaps, and today we're going to talk about the news. Really cool stuff. So sometimes the news leads to gaps, right? We've been talking about kind of like these kind of natural gaps, and how to manage it and manage levels and all that stuff. And this kind of comes into play too with the news. So a lot of times this is a skill, like to kind of be able to evaluate whether the news is good or not, right? And a lot of times the price action will help us see that. But sometimes it can help us, develop a thesis intraday of what's really going on, right? So let's take a look at our example here for today. So today, and we profiled this in the bubble report today, and I tweeted it out a little bit ago. If you guys are joining for the first time here on Twitter, is Beyond, right? So I put this in the bubble report this morning. The big thing with Beyond is it was an unusual gapper this morning, right? And so when it was gapping up here today, we kind of highlighted it in the we did highlight it in the bubble report. Basically, what we were saying is like, hey, if we get and stay above the highs of today, right, then we could look to see if it keeps going. But our big concern, right, what we've been talking about is our other levels, right? So here's a big level right here. Okay, so we had this, right, that big level. If we couldn't get over that, right, we're not going to really be able to go anywhere, right? So that's the power move, right? And then, of course, we can't get over that level. I said if the things are really strong and Beyond wants to get wild, we could get up to 150. Why? Because that's your next level, right? It's your next major level right here. It's 150.06. Okay? So good stuff. We couldn't quite get there today. So we ended up gapping up, kind of pushing right into this level right here and reversing off of it. But it makes sense, right? So not only do we have a bearish engulfing candle off of today, but why? What was the news, right? So sometimes the news is what led to the gap up this morning, right? So when we kind of looked earlier this morning, right? So Beyond Meat opens world-class plant-based meat manufacturing facility in China to accelerate localized production and innovation. Okay, so what's the news here, right? So it's saying here that they opened it. They didn't just open it out of the blue, right? This has been on the radar for a while. It's not like they were hiding like their new manufacturing facility, right? I wish they just called it we called it in the bubble report, we called it a plant, right? No pun intended on that one. So, but yeah, so they opened it. But it was already well on the radar. It's like the Gigafactory, right, for Tesla, right? Well, it's not like, if they plan on opening one, that's big, right? That's showing they're looking at getting into territory and all that stuff. And of course, overall this could be good for their business. But in terms of intraday type stuff, this made a classic sell the news type opportunity today. And so we pointed that out on the live stream here this morning too in our group. So bubble report, we get into some levels and we give lay out some strategies and some game plans. And intraday on the live stream this morning, we talked about this. We're asking, is this thing going to gap and go? And I said, a much better chance of it for it to fade today, and that's exactly what we got. And beyond is a big mover. If there's some action, if there's some volatility, injected into it, we can definitely get some good fun moves on it, right? So let's take a look at it real quick right here. So what was the big deal? So the big deal here today, right, is that we could not get over the pre-market highs. That was definitely a big thing right here. So you can just see just on the first candle of the day, the first 1 minute candle of the day, just couldn't get there, right? So it took 5 minutes right here to get a quick spike here over those overnight highs. Was that a strong candle right there? No, not at all. It's a big upper shadow right there, right? There's a lot of selling going on in there. And then you got this nice inside hanging man doji, right? And then it was just all over from there. And then we got through this pivot level right here. Then we got through the 15-hour low. We came back, we retested it, and it just kept on drifting down and down and down all day. And that is what we call the sell the news event. And that is interpreting the news. It's very, very important to do with gaps to see what type of gap we're doing, right? If it's a news, if it's like blowout news or something like that, really, really cool stuff, right? If there's a new innovation, right? Or there's a like Upstart, right? They had like earnings and then they're buying a company. It was just epic, right? Really got things going. And so that was good, right? News that could really bring something down, right? So like, if after hours, like it's announced that, Elon Musk is quitting Tesla, right? I mean, that's going to be that'll be like the short event of the century, right? So to be able to short Tesla, I mean, the Tesla queues will go crazy if, and who knows, it might even be fake, right? Just to kind of, where he'll just be like, just kidding, and then it just rips back up or something like that. But if Elon Musk ever steps down, see a Tesla, right? I mean, it'd be like just blah, right? So they would take a lot. I mean, he's definitely the face of Tesla, right? So that would be something big to look at. So we'd look at that type of stuff if we're gapping on some major news. But this was not major news. I mean, especially it wasn't plans. If it was plans, right, yeah, that'd be different, right? Well, that's kind of good, and then it comes along with an upgrade and stuff like that. But here it's just like, they just opened it. All right, well, we already knew it was going to be there, right? So we look to fade that news. So anyway, and obviously we look at the technical levels here to see if it makes sense to do that. So good stuff. So that's that's gaps with the news. Hopefully a good overview for you guys. At this point now, if anybody has any questions or chart requests, please feel free to plug those in the chat window. We'll get through as many as we can and try to wrap up as early as possible so we can all get a good night's sleep and have another awesome trading day tomorrow. So good stuff. All right. So we got a few requests here. So Dylan sent a few in via Twitter earlier, so I'm going to get these posted here. So let's take a look at Frog. We haven't looked at this one in a while. Right, so we kind of looked at it way back yonder right here. So we had this prior support level, right, and then we got below it, right? So imagine that. So we got below the support level here with increasing volume, and look what happened. We continue to work our way down. So at this point now, right, we're kind of in this kind of a mini channel right here. So just kind of keep an eye on these levels. You can kind of see this right here. Just kind of see we're just kind of channeling, kind of up and down. See if we can get out of here with some volume, right, and kind of get going again. Maybe get to the 50-day on Frog. I don't see anything going on after hours on this one. LFMD. Let's take a look. LFMD. So again, this is the other big one too. We're really tracking this geometric line right here to see if we can get over that with some volume. Otherwise, it's kind of blah, right? It's just kind of chopping around there. SHW. Let's take a look. So Sherwin-Williams. Okay, this must be. Wasn't this one? Which one was like gapping down the other day? Like had the split. Oh, they've already split it. Yeah. Okay, so they've already adjusted the price on it. Yeah. So this was like they've already done the stock split. It kind of came down here a little bit to the 80 MA and. We'll just see how it holds here on Sherwin-Williams. But big push right there. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if it pulled back a little bit. Once this dip gets viable, I'll tell you, anybody who owns shares on that thing is going to be really, really happy. So that'll be good if this thing can continue to work its way up. Again, it's the paint company. So good stuff there. And then Loco, let's take a look. So El Pollo Loco Holdings. I love it. So a nice push right here. Again, but you got an upper shadow here of the 200-day. All right, so we're kind of back to the 80 MA right here. So let's see if we can get above that, that 17.5 level, maybe with some volume to get this thing going again. So, so good stuff there. Awesome, appreciate it, Dylan. Shirley sent a few in via email. So Shirley, I hope you're doing great out there too. Let's take a look at a couple of these names right here. So Facebook, guys, all-time highs. This thing was gearing up with this doji sandwich move a couple days ago, right? So you had this kind of push, doji sandwich, and up, right? So that just kind of came into this week, and then a great move right here too. Pie and a quarter, right? 314, right? And then 0.25. So it's pretty cool. If you got rearrange these, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, which is kind of neat. But yeah, fresh all-time highs here on Facebook. Let's see if that can continue to show some strength. But nice moves on that. We pointed that out the other day on the live stream too, which is a nice move. KSS. Coles, hanging in there, right? So we got a couple of geometric lines right here that I'd really like to see it get through, right? But it's in the meantime, right? Let's it's definitely looking bullish here over the 80 MA. Let's see if we can get a little more volume over there to get through those levels. The Williams companies, nice push here over the 80 MA. Let's see if we continue to get some follow through the upside. USB, again, banks have just been ridiculously strong, so this one's still kind of riding that trend there too. And then the B hat. Let's see, so Blue Hat Interactive right here. So look, really, really tight range right now. Sure, this is a penny stock. So I just be really careful. This looks like you got earnings coming up here. I guess we had earnings today or something. Anyway, so not or after hours. Anyway, this thing's not really moving that much. So just kind of keep it. It's a penny name, so just be this thing would have to have like just crazy blowout earnings, and someone would have to have heard of it before. So, but anyway, so right. So, but keep an eye on it. If you like it, penny names sometimes take years before they really get going. But good stuff there. Mike, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. So the big three, I love it. I know I can tell I know each time, right, which one you're going to ask about, right? So, but good. Yeah. So CCL guys had some news today. Less of a loss than last time. Right? Less of a loss than last time. I don't know how they did it. Like maybe it's because of all the warrants or the credits they got or whatever the case was here. But anyway, nasty shooting star candle off of that one here today. I mean, they really need to start like sailing a little bit to get going. I mean, this thing. How long can a company run on hype? Seriously, like how long can it run on hype? It's just amazing. So anyway, I think they did like a note offering not too long ago for a couple $1 billion. Like that would be nice. Anyway, so I can't do anything. I'm just raise $1 billion. So anyway, good stuff there. So there's CCL Boeing. So Boeing a little bit rough here. We had that slippery inverted hot dog pattern yesterday. We got a little follow through from that. We're actually below the 80 MA right here. So a little bit of caution. This thing might be working on a sideways head and shoulders. Right, so just kind of keep an eye on this here too, right? So it might be kind of doing that type of thing. So just kind of keep an eye on that and see how it holds the geometric line if it's ready to go. I'm not saying it's a short right here, but it definitely was kind of a blah weak day. I mean, it dropped, right? I mean, it was just like it got really tight. It gave us a triple Lindy on the 15-minute chart here today, and then broke down below the 15 or below, right, for a nice drop here today on Boeing. So cool stuff there. We'll see how it holds. And then Amazon. Oh my goodness, guys, we talked about it's the three white soldiers to me, like 1, 2, 3, are it's like one of the hardest bullish patterns to trade because it always feels so overextended. Or then you get a day like this, and then it's like, okay, CU is overextended, and then boom, doji sandwich up. I mean, just incredible stuff today. I mean, we saw a lot of big movement in some of the FANG names today, and that really helped the market out today too. So you saw Facebook at all-time highs today, Amazon with a huge push back into the triangle range. We also had Apple had a good day today. AMD made a nice move, right? I mean, Tesla didn't really play along with the big names. Netflix is kind of okay, but the really big ones were strong today. So really, really cool stuff. Nice. All right, so good stuff. Suyag, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Let's take a look and see what you got. So you got Apple, Amazon. Yeah, so we were just talking about Apple. We got Amazon right here with the doji sandwich up. See if we continue to go. Again, you had a great harmonic on that one too that you shared in the group. We really love that. So this one right here, Apple. I mean, kind of, maybe working on like a bit of a, kind of a harmonica, type move right here. We'll see. Kind of a, not a major, kind of a shallow retrace on that one, but could be interesting. So again, showing some relative strength here, guys. I mean, it's pushing above the geometric lines, right? We got a good close today over the 50-day moving average. You got the daily cloud right here, but it's definitely working on a short-term uptrend. So let's see if we continue to grind its way up and get back to all-time highs. Again, this is Apple not being at all-time highs, with the market being at all-time highs. We've been talking about that in the group. Is definitely something that's kind of like a little bit amiss, right? So it's one of the most successful companies out there. Tons of cash, tons of innovation and all that stuff, and just like not really playing along. But it's good. It's getting there. It's getting some activity. So see how it handles the daily cloud. Amazon we already looked at with the doji sandwich. PLTR. Goodness gracious, will this thing ever go? It's like, please, it's like, come on. So anyway, it's an upper shadow here, back below the 8 EMA again, right? So just not making the moves, but a little bit of a pop there after hours. So anyway, this thing eventually will probably get going. I mean, it's a real name. Big companies trade it and all that stuff. So see how it handles these levels. See if it's going to break out, right, and give you some volume. We want some volume. We want this type of stuff right here, right? So, we want that, nice, like, like good volume, like up here for a while, and then boom, this thing, could get going. So definitely keep an eye on it. This name can trade really well. So good stuff. And SOS. So SOS, guys, well, they tried to squeeze this thing up as much. Look at the volume on this one today. Oh my goodness, 66 million shares traded today on SOS. The last time it had anywhere close to that was, I'm sorry, disregarded. How many shares is this? 353 million shares. Last time it had it was back here was 328 million shares. Even on all these days, it was only 148. So that Reddit stuff today really got things going. Look where it closed. Doji, but it did get a gap up, and it was up 28% today. And let's see how they hold it. See if they can hold it. Some folks think they can try to hold this thing to 100. I don't know. We'll see how it goes on it. But this thing were really going to be strong, right, we would have seen a big green candle. A red doji below the 50 days a little bit. I don't know. Be careful retail, right? So anyway, good stuff there. And I like it. So good stuff. So Raul, the bubble report. Woo! Awesome. I'm glad you're liking it. That's fantastic. You see, love the bubble report. That's great. Yeah, we guys, if anybody's new here, we put a report out every morning. You can check out the links on our website, which is in the description. We do a morning publication, which is the bubble report. It gets you really prepped for the day. It comes with the full version of the Good Morning Market prep video with all the stocks we're looking at. We collaborate with Paul with Algo 382 on that one as well, and he puts 2 fresh wave counts in there. We had Twitter in there the other day, which just has been an epic move, and Baba yesterday with a great move. Today was Beyond was on our radar today. So really, really cool stuff. So yeah, I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Messy, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, let's take a look at SOS. So, we just looked at that right here. And then SPY. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so we were just looking at SOS right there. And then SPY. Yeah, again, we got this narrow range, the NR7 inside day today. So this contraction, let's see if it goes to expansion. You can see we've already pushed up here after hours with a pretty big spike. So let's see if this thing's going to give us a nice wave 5 up tomorrow, or if they're going to take all the fun out, after hours. So we've got that going on too. But Raul, yeah, Paul's on fire. I love it. So yeah, new highs, new dips. Exactly. So yeah, exactly. Krishna, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. So you got Twitter. So this is, like we said, guys, this was on Paul's radar. Paul called this out in the Discord 2 days ago. Here. He's like, this looks like a good dip buy right here on Twitter. He had a wave count on it. I think it was like a 618. Yeah, like right off of this. Yeah, that right here, right off of the 618. He's like, yeah, bullish 618 on that. Called it right in the Discord, and it just kept on going up since then, which is really incredible. So nice call out on that. And his target was $69, and it tagged that today, which is really cool. It did that in 2 days. Really, really cool stuff. Yeah, so Twitter's looking good. We'll see if it continues to get some upside. They had some positive news today as well about like monetizing like their audio and like being able to do shopping on Twitter and all that stuff. It's like, so we'll see. But could be interesting, yeah, but pretty epic there. Let's take a look at GM. A little bit inside day right here, kind of losing its pause day finesse here, or pizzazz here for me. So just kind of a back burner right now, but we'll see if it can go. Best Buy again, back to the top of the channel, actually top of the pitchfork right here, which is kind of looking interesting. Let's see if we can take kind of this doji up right here. CMLF, again, I like it over the ADMA there too. CMLF a little bit different on this one, below the ADMA here. MVIZ, let's take a look. MVIZ with an upper shadow off of the 80-minute and to the 50-day, too. So, again, still struggling with that geometric line above there, too. And then KOPN. This has been a kind of an interesting name or a popular name recently, but left you with an upper shadow here, too, off of the geometric line. AMKR. Again, a little bit of a pullback off the yesterday's dark cloud cover candle. So look for this for if this is one I haven't traded, but if it does break down below today's lows, it might fill that gap and test the 8 EMA as well. So good stuff there. And I know the fake meat, exactly. So see, what else? So the fake meat from China Magic, I love it. So let's take a look here. So Saring, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're doing great. Yeah, so Chewy, guys, look how tight this is getting. Narrow range inside day as well. This thing could be gearing up for a move. Definitely something to keep an eye on. I know Buddy's been watching it here too, so see if it's ready to, kind of do that contraction to expansion type thing. There's all that energy built over there, and kapow! Let's see if we can give a move. Would be great. And Raul, yeah, exactly. So Tesla, again, just kind of struggling here. It's still in the trend box, holding the 8 EMA for now. We got 2 days left on Tesla this week to see if we can get some action out of it. So it did give some fun downside action, guys. It was definitely gave some short opportunities today, right? There was this breakdown right here, this breakdown. I mean, really, really incredible stuff. And we called the dip buy right here with our option flow in the Discord channel today too. So it did give an opportunity to make a little bit of a bounce on that as well. So good stuff. So Seahawk Frog making inverse head and shoulders, maybe nice. And then Mr. Softy, let's take a look. So MSFT. Yeah, Mr. Softy doing good. Fresh all-time highs here. You got to 250. Inside day up on this one as well. Huge geometric breakout the other day, and great follow-through on that one. Really, really nice stuff there. We'll see if it can continue to go. At this point now, maybe a little bit extended. Might want to pull back a little bit, but if it does, see how it handles the middle of the triangle again. So good stuff there. Michael, what's going on? Good to see you. Snap time. I like it. Let's see. Let's just snap, guys. We put this in the bubble report today as well. Why? Because it had unusual call activity yesterday. So sometimes we like to pull up those, and well, we always pull up something that's relevant and look at the charts and see what's going on. And these guys had the 67 calls today for next week. So we're seeing what's going on with that. But anyway, it was still a nice push here today to kind of ride along with that, and it had some good intraday price action. UTME. Let's take a look. Yeah, nice. So you time, I like it. So it's not me time, it's you time. So a little bit of a nice gap up here today after IPO, I guess, and then a nice push up there. So let's see if I can go. I wish all IPOs would take a lesson from this one. So nice move there. And then Funko. So Funko, again, nice, beautiful stuff right there. Good push up here. Breakout. We'll try to push above yesterday's high. It really needs to kind of get and stay above that. So otherwise, it could that upper shadow can kind of stay in force right here. They're having trouble. There's definitely some selling pressure right here, 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 right here. It needs to show that it wants to get higher, right? So a little bit of caution off of that too. The FTCV. FinTech Acquisition Corp. There you go. Yeah, so this one with a big pop here today as well. So some nice stuff on this one. Good. So another fun one. Good stuff. So see like Boeing with an ABC. Let's take a look at Boeing. Yeah, so Boeing here. Yeah, A, B, C. Very, very possible off of this impulsive move. We've been tracking it for a while. So if we do look at that, if we look at the bearish retrace right here, if we kind of go like this, and Mike might be interested in this one as well. So you got this here. This, right, so there's your retrace. Yeah, right off the 618 here too. So yeah, A, B, C. It was a pretty impulsive move down last time. So if it does go for the symmetrical move, right, we got this, right, we got this. All right, so just watch out for the cloud there on Boeing too. So good find on that one too. Yeah, absolutely, good possibility there too. So Mustafa, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, SPY. So we always go over this at the beginning. So definitely check out our expanded look here at the SPX and the S&P futures. But yeah, SPY with a narrow range inside day, NR7 inside day today. Last time we did an NR7 inside day was here. Look at the boom, nice explosion off of that, right? So we had one here, right, and it kind of got a little bit crazy after here. Nice push. So here, let's see what kind of I'm thinking like tomorrow might give us some trades. So let's see if it goes. We got a nice little push here overnight too. So good stuff there, and then growing. So yeah, let's take a look at what do we got? Grow, U.S. Global Investor. Look at that thing, boom, nice inside day up on that one, and then we got the grow generation there with the inside day down. Yeah, we were actually short yesterday. We called out short yesterday the pot names. We talked about it on the video yesterday. So good follow through here on Tilray today. That was a nice downside action, and more downside action on CGC too, which is pretty cool. And then SOS to 400. That would be great, guys. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see everybody make millions off of this thing. So let's see how it goes here. But lots of volume here today. Really, really cool stuff. But anyway, guys, great stuff. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in here this evening. This has been a fun discussion this week on the gaps and trading gaps. And today we talked about the news. Tomorrow we'll have another fresh topic. Looking forward to that one. And I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. We'll see all our Bubble Report members bright and early tomorrow and in the Discord. And even if you're not part of our group, we'll still see you guys here on YouTube for the Good Morning Market Prep video bright and early. So be sure if you're new here, definitely subscribe on YouTube and hit the notification button because we post cool stuff all day, including the lunchtime. Don't forget the lunchtime video, guys. We sometimes point out setups that are going on into the afternoon. So good stuff there, guys. I really like it. Whether you're new here or not, please hit the like button, even if you're watching the recording. We always like that. And again, thanks everybody for tuning in. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first, and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And we'll talk to you guys soon.